Good afternoon, the chairman, human rights defender, and access to justice advocate center, our legal department, co-comrades, and able viewers. Here I'm calling Mrs. Solushola, live from Ikeja Allen Avenue branch. Have a case of pregnancy denial reported by one Ms. Chioma Odis Michael against Mr. Chima Moye. The complainant is live in our office. Effort to invite the defendants to this office prove abortive. Please join us as we interview the complainants. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Advocate Center. For more useful information, visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. And for any inquiry or submission of anything you feel you can communicate to the house, you can send it through WhatsApp on 090302474. Our inquiry line at 090302484 or 090302474. Thank you very much. Leave it. All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you, ma?
I'm okay.
Okay, speak up. Tell us what happened.
My name is Chioma Precious Odis.
Okay.
I came from Anambra State.
You say?
I'm from Anambra State.
Okay.
We local government Teji. I met Chima last year September during one festival called it Abomisi. He came from his two elder brothers Abomisi festival.
You will speak up. We are not speaking. Crack your voice so I can speak up.
So me and Chima I didn't know him. So it was during that festival because we are close by, we are just like neighbors. Not neighbors. We are from the same community. So my elder sister was the one that actually asked me to go and help one of the sisters in-law, which is Mommy Arize's wife. So she asked me if she's supposed to be there, but since she's not around, she said, okay, since I'm around, I should go and assist them on her behalf. So I went. So that was where I met Chima. So and after everything, I was still went to go and ask Mommy Chuchu, yes, Mommy Chuchu, what I will help her. If there's another thing, I will help her with. Even the day she was there, they were there to leave the next day. So I went that day. So I helped her unpack her things, and after everything, that was when she now asked Chima to see me off to my house. So from there, me and Chima will now exchange numbers. So we start communicating from that September till this year. Yes. That was when I am, this year, February, March, he came home. So when he came back, that was when we now met. So
are you thinking of what you to say, or you want to tell us exactly what happened?
What I'm saying is exactly what happened.
It was when you're doing as if you are trying to think of what to say.
No, exactly what I'm saying is what happened.
Okay.
So when he came down to East, but before then, we let me just say we fall in love on phone because we keep communicating ever since that September last year. He even invited me to Lagos. I told him no, that I don't want to come to his place in Lagos here. He kept asking me why. I said no, because meanwhile then I was once married, which I told him. I was once married, but I was unable to conceive for my husband. So my mother-in-law was putting much pressure on my husband. That was my ex-husband, because he's the only son. So she wanted to carry her grandchildren before she died. So after every, I don't know how they were able to convince the guy. And the guy now took me to court that he's tired of the marriage and all that. So we now went to court, we now got me divorced. So ever since then, that was 2006. Yeah, 2006. And ever since then, I told Chima that I have not been in any relationship. And I don't want to, because I still love my husband. I'm just seeing everything that happened as if it's just a dream, that I didn't believe it. So Chima was like, I I should try and give another person a chance. I said, yes, people have become, even suitors have been coming, but I don't want to, I don't want to fall in love or engage myself with another person, especially sex aspects. I do not want it. So he was asking me, how do you cope? If you can stay for 2-3 years without sex, I say yes. What I do is that at times, as a human being, I masturbate. So at times, I even come here, as in if we start talking on phone, chatting all those things, we go where I was like, okay, let me help you so that you will come, because I'm feeling you, things like that. We start chatting and all those things. So at times, I do masturbate against them, and I will come. So you know, it's okay. Just if I'm okay, that is okay, but he really want to see me. So then he was like, that he really loved me, not because he wants to date me and leave me, that he wants to marry me, things like that. So I was like, no, that even me, I'm not ready to, I don't want to remarry now. He keeps saying that no, that he's not, he don't want to force himself on me, no want to do. Till he came back this year, March. So when he came back, meanwhile, we were probably falling in love on phone. So he now came. So when he came back, March, that was when me and him, both of us now met. Because his house is close by. So I went there. He normally comes to my house 247. Even at home, if you call anybody at home, that Choma is pregnant, who is responsible? Everybody will say it's Chima. Because he do come to my house morning, night, evening, night. I do cook, take to him. Sometimes he come to my house and eat the food. Even his other brother's wife and even the neighbors, they are aware of our relationship. So till before he left, I was like, Chima, I have not seen my period though. He said I should not worry that he will appear, and that's okay. So when I am expecting it, I'm expecting it either 5th or 6th. So I said I should cool down. I said, this is 20-something, and I have not seen my period up to now. So I said I should calm down, everything that I will see it, and that's okay. That was before the COVID-19. He now left. So I was calling him, Chima, this is up to 1 month now. I have not seen it. He said, since the period is delaying, I should go and look for hot tea and the others. I said, I don't know what is called hot tea. I've never taken anything abortion or any medicine before.
He said you should take hot tea.
Yes, that will help and flush the whatever thing that is stopping the pregnancy, my period. I thought I have not seen. He said I should go to Onitsha. I thought I'm going to Onitsha. That you know that they have already closed main market. That was when the COVID-19 breakdown. So you
go to Onitsha to go and do what? Can you speak up?
He said I should go to Onitsha and buy to go and look for that hot tea. That any market, any shop I want to go to, I should ask them what is hot tea. They are going to sell it for me. Then I should be taking it, that it will flush whatever thing that is making my period not to come out. I told them that on the Onitsha main market they have already closed it. I cannot go there. And the other stores we have in our shop there, I don't think they will be selling it. And that's okay. That I should take this medicine asked me to take. Even the day we met, that first time we met, he met with me, that we had intercourse. He was like, you are in your period. He said, he confirmed that I'm ovulating. And I asked him, how did he know? He said that it's not a baby. He said that it's not a baby, that he knows that when a woman is ovulating. So after everything, I got me one medicine. He buy one medicine for me to take. And I said, did it have any side effect? He said, no, that is not having that. It will help my period to flush this to come out. And that's okay. So I took it. I took this thing. But when I was as in team up to now, I have not seen it. So later, I was as in, since I have not seen it, that means I'm pregnant, then I should think I should abort it. I said, Chima, what do you mean I should abort the pregnancy? He said, because he's not ready. He's not ready to father a child now. I don't want to be, if I don't want to get married. I said, well, this is not what you told me. This is not what you told me. You keep telling me that you will marry me with this. So all you want is my body and nothing more. He said, no, that I should get rid of the pregnancy. Then maybe ending of this year or next year, he will get married to me. I said, what is different between now and next year? That I can still keep the pregnancy, even after giving birth to the baby. I can still keep my baby by the side. It will not stop her from my tradition, whatever you want to do. He said, no. That even all the chat, I still have all the chat on my phone. So well, I should abort the pregnancy. And I said no, that I have looked for this child for many years, and now the child has come and asked me to abort it, that I will not try such a thing. And I said, okay, the only advice you have for me is to tell me that to father a child or to be a mother is not a day job. That it's not a small task. It's not something I can decide on my own. So I should think about my future. I should think about this. I said to him, no matter what, I'm not going to get rid of this pregnancy. No matter what you said. He said then, since I've already decided to keep the pregnancy, I should count him out. That you don't know me, you don't want to have anything to do with me, this and that. I said, Chima, is this what you are going to tell me? Is this what you are telling me? Chima, it's me. He said, that you know that I'm the one, that I want to ruin his life, I want to break his heart, I want to do this, I want to do that. I said, Chima, why are you telling me all these things? But this is not what you have been telling me since last year. You have been speaking on phone. No. He said that since I want to destroy his life, this and that. And I said, okay, I've heard what you said. That was why I now called my elder sister. I'm not told her, sister, look at what is happening. She now said, she now called.
You don't know what to do it.
She now called she called Chima's elder brother, which is Rinze, Mommy Chuchu husband. She now told Mommy Chuchu, look at what is happening. At first, she was very, very excited that Chima, they have wanted Chima to get married from our village in Tejede. So Chima was after everything, I don't know what Chima told them. My sister went to their house so that they will have one-on-one discussion. After everything, I don't know, my sister was like, she told me that they asked Chima, and Chima denied. Chima said that he's not responsible, that it's true that me and him met, but he's not responsible for the pregnancy. But since I've already decided to keep the pregnancy, I should wait. I should keep the pregnancy till if I give birth, then they will now go for a DNA test. Then if the child is, then they will take care of it. But if it's not his, then that is the end. So my daughter was like, okay, then we will now be taking care of the pregnancy and her child till and my sister till that 9 months or till after the baby is being given. Everybody was like, that he don't care, that he has not even taken care of his own. He has not been taking care of his own children. Talking about taking care of his own brother, that his brother is this and that and that. And moreover, that they want to send him abroad. That this thing now is going to be a barrier to him, this and that. And I believe that is the reason why Chima is denying the pregnancy, because he wants to travel abroad also. So that is it.
How old is Chima?
Chima should be either 39 or 40.
From where? From the same village?
Yes.
And how old are you?
I'm 32.
Have you visited him in Lagos before?
No. He invited me, but I declined it.
Huh?
He invited me once, but I told him I'm not coming.
Okay, well, as you said you're not coming, what now led to the affair you started having with him?
We keep communicating, we keep talking on phone, and he keep making us a promise that I not doubt him, because my village is very, his house and my house is close by. So he told me that he will be coming. So okay, since I don't want to come to Lagos, that him will be coming down to village. He have 1 or 2 things to do there. That okay, since I'm in the village, that wherever you come, you will see me. And I said okay. So that is the hope he keep giving me, and ever since then we keep communicating.
You've once married.
Yes.
If you are once married, you should know what process of having an affair with a person, because you are not a kid. You are once a married person, and probably you don't want the marriage again. You don't want another marriage again before you took him. Since the issue you are having is not the marriage, it's not marriage but pregnancy. But before you begin to have an affair with someone, you should be able to define your relationship with the person. Though it's not right in the eyes of God that you have to go into sex before any courtship with person. Many of us have made the mistake, but it's not justifiable before God is not biblical and it's not also good. And in this situation, apart from God don't want that, it's also the reason why you face this kind of embarrassment. Because if you waited for yourself to be married before you go into all this with Chima, I don't think anybody will come to embarrass you forever, for whatever reason, for pregnancy, or I'm responsible, I'm not responsible. She sent the account number to you. You are responsible, or he is responsible, or he's not responsible. Number one, by now this should be a joy to you that you have proven your ex husband and the family wrong, right? That you are not a barren woman. And probably the reason why they sent you out of the marriage was not your fault. Because so many people feel once a woman cannot conceive in marriage, the fault comes from the woman. No. It could be for either of the parties. Could be from the man, could be from the woman. It could be that both couples have issue. It takes patience. Nobody should just claim holiness in that aspect. No, I'm perfect, I'm okay. You have given birth before, you are not giving birth before, or begin to compare the kind of drugs or vitamin you live on, you feel you're perfectly okay. Pregnancy have to do with so many things. So if you have taken it now and the guy in question is saying no, he's not responsible, well, there is a little to what we can do, because except they conduct a DNA test while you are DNA test while you are still pregnant, but outside that, a child must be born for a proper DNA test to be run between that child and the supposed father. So if you are not married to the guy and he has come to deny the pregnancy, and both of you are not living together, it's a distant relationship. Possibly if this happened while the guy visited, according to you. So if he comes to you to have an affair with you while he has not properly asked your hand in marriage, or even take you to the altar or pay your dowry to your parents, and you allow him having affair with you in your house or away, whichever way you people had it, there is every tendency that the same person you had such affair with can still believe that you must have had such affair with one or two person else, because he is not living with you. He has never lived with you. You guys have never lived together, and you don't even have his house address in Lagos. You have not visited with him before. So giving him that room to talk you with his sweet mouth and everything until you guys have to do it and you get pregnant and is denied the pregnancy now, my dear sister, the fault is from you. And when some of us as women, we don't add value to ourselves, we don't hold God tight in a situation like this, we just want to do anything because we want a particular thing, it always ends us with disgrace and something embarrassment like this. Because one, you said you are 32, you are not looking 32, but however, anybody can look older than his or her age. I personally look older than my age. If I see my elder sister, I'm far older than her by physical look, but she is my senior, so we cannot judge by your physical look. But with your marriage experience, if it is 1 day or 2 days, by now, before you go into serious relationship with that man, you ought to have defined your relationship, ought to have known where he is. You have sent letter to the address you gave, and he's not living there, and he's not availing us the address and all sorts. Okay, if for whatever reason we have not seen the guy, so there is no way we would have even said, okay, will hold this person responsible and begin to post his picture on social media. Why? Because the child is not yet born. Number two is that DNA, there's nothing that have confirmed that the man is responsible for the pregnancy, because you are not this virgin, you are not raped. It was an affair. It was is an affair you have with your consent, and it will be difficult for anybody to hold that guy responsible for this pregnancy now. Do you get? Are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think the only way, if you still stand on your ground that he is responsible for the pregnancy, your family should try their best so that you can put to bed first, and mandatory will compel him to do the DNA test of the child, so as to have a better stand on who truly impregnated you. Then we'll take it off from there. So whatever they spent in the course of you taking care of yourself till you put to bed, they should ensure they keep proper record. All those things should be receipted, so that if eventually the child become his, he will refund back every money that your family has spent on you through your maternity period. I think, is any of your family member here?
Yes.
Please call me one of their family member that come with her. Shut down.
I'm gonna start with.
After, do you have problem with showing your face here?
No problem.
Okay, you first of all sign here while I talk to you. Sign here, right? She has already signed.
Yeah, sign here.
It's alright, you can see them. I called you in because your younger sister have just explained her issue to us now, and then we discovered something, and there are proper procedures to follow in this kind of situation. You know? When according to her, she don't know, she have never visited the guy here in Lagos. She doesn't know where the guy lives. They just met and they started acquainting, and it resulted to pregnancy. In a situation like this, one, because we can't assess the guy, and we don't really know, one, we don't know where he lives. Secondly, the guy have denied, according to her, that he is not responsible. And you can only ascertain the true stand of who is responsible for pregnancy when a child is being born. That is when they will conduct DNA test between the child and the supposed father. One, we cannot compare the guy now because they've never lived together as husband and wife, or as supposed husband and wife, or fiancé or boyfriend. They just met. It was a distant relationship, according to her. It's very, very possible that the guy is responsible, and it's very, very possible that the guy is not responsible. Because while it's possible that the guy is responsible. It must not be hour. It doesn't mean it's not the hours or the how many times you have an affair, sexual affair with someone before you take in, and all this. It could be 1 minute, it could be 5 minutes, it could be whatever, it could be once, and that's all. But the guy, since the guy cannot appear to say, I am responsible, I am not responsible, I will advise your sister wait, the family should support her to put to bed first.
Okay.
To put to bed first. And while doing that, you people should ensure you receipt every bills that is going to take her to put to bed.
Okay.
And preferably it should be like maybe a government hospital, because it's going to be a case in the nearest future. So you go to in a government hospital, register her. I believe she must be registered. If you have registered her before now, take out the receipt of the one she has been going. Then the present one that she'll be going to, she'll put to bed. You receipt all the payments. The family should join hand to help her so that she can have a safe delivery, after which we'll be able to compel the guy to run DNA test between himself and the baby. And if eventually it turned out to be the father of the child, every expenses the family incur, he will pay to the down second penny of any money you guys spend on her. We cannot do anything much now because she's pregnant, and we not want anything that will bring much scandal, that will also affect her health with the situation she is now. So everybody have to join hands. It should be a thing of joy, as I just spoke to her now. You left a marriage because you were not able to conceive, and now God has blessed you with pregnancy. However the pregnancy comes, it does not really matter. It's God that gives, and we should celebrate and appreciate God for blessing you after much crying and pain she has passed through. So let's encourage her to put to bed, and we will not be able, once the guy is not here, we will not be able to bring his face, his picture out, because we cannot really stand to say he is responsible. So when we do that and eventually he is not, it's going to be a different ball game. So we don't want to come into that, since there is no true stand or fact to show that he is the father of the unborn child. Your sister is not a kid, and she was already living on her own, and the person that came to have a relationship with her while she was there can equally believe that somebody else must have gone there the same way he went there, have affair with her while they are not yet married. And that is the belief and conception of so many men. How a man met you determine how he will rate you. How you relate with a man determine how he will value you. If a man meets you in a club, the way you behave, the way you dress, the way you do all these things determine the kind of person the man will turn you to be. So she might stay on her own without even living wayward life, but if on any ground, anything that make this person to go to her, convince her, have affair with her, impregnated her and deny, the same person can still have the mind to believe that somebody else have been having an affair with your sister the same way he does. So let's just believe God for a safety delivery of your sister, so that after then we will reopen the case. The case is not closed yet, but it has to be like this so that we can start it up with from here. Okay?
Okay.
If you have anything you want to say, you are free to also say that.
Okay. The only thing I want to say is that the guy's sister-in-law told me that they want to travel out of country, that any moment now that they leave the band, that she will travel. So that is the main reason why we are here. And when I called him and asked him, he never denied it. When it happened, then I called him, he did not deny it. But the only thing he says is that he have a child in somewhere. To bring up a child is not easy. So that she should go and get rid of the pregnancy. I said no, that she should not get rid of it. He said that is the only thing that if she did not get rid of it, that he would deny her to any extent. So it's just because he said that he's traveling. His sister told me, leak it as a secret to me, that they are planning, they are making, everything is ready, that they are just waiting for this lockdown to lift up the international flight for him.
You are an Igbo person, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I trust you Igbos when somebody born a child and the person did not marry the woman. Mm-hmm. They knows what they passed through to get the child, even if the child become president.
Yes.
Have you?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll try our best. At least this is a record. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be like this. Say history will vindicate it. Just this is like going to be a history in the nearest future. Mm-hmm. That if he denied the pregnancy to you people and to the public, which we are going to put call across to him now, if he did not respond, we'll invite him for a close discussion. He did not respond, we'll just wait for your sister to put to bed. Who goes to abroad did not fly to heaven. Okay. The person will still come back. There are people that stays also that live the same way they live, and as they come to Nigeria, we know how we treat their fuck up. So if he leave, the only thing we want to hold on to now is let's be sure that he's responsible for this pregnancy, and that can only be a system when your sister put to bed. Even if he goes, come back after 15 years. If he chooses that his son abroad is going, is not to go and return back with better things. He wants to go and stay and live there. You should not worry. When the child grows, the child will still demand for DNA test between him and the supposed father by fire, by force. If need be for them to arrest him, to sit down, they take his specimen to conduct DNA test between him and the child, it will still happen. You understand? Some boys, some ladies that knows their rights, they still go to arrest their father. In Africa, some people don't know what happened at times. Some children go after, maybe from their childhood, that the man is not available to take care of them and all this thing. There's a stage they'll get to. They will go arrest the father. I want to know, is my father? Are you my father? Yes or no? If you said yes, I want to be sure. DNA test conducted. I'm ready. I'm responsible for that. If you are not, I still want to be sure. Let's conduct DNA test between myself and you. You get me? But the issue now, the happiness here is that your sister, God wiped away her tears.
Yes.
Yes. God proved her enemy wrong. Yes. How the pregnancy call is not good, they are not really too concerned now. What she should be concerned now is that God make her where the enemies have mocked her. Yes. People that have mocked her, she have proven them wrong.
Calling is on another call at the moment. Do hold on or call back later. Thank you.
I think they have called in with this line several times.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, Mr. Chima.
I told you I would call you. I said so.
Hold on. Hold the line. The person you are speaking with is different from who has been calling you.
Okay.
My name is Queen Mrs. Solushola. I'm calling you from Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice.
You said
Service.
so.
Okay. You told them since how many days that you are going to send your address to
What
her?
is you told them since how many? What kind of language are you speaking? Which one is you told them since how many days? What's that one supposed to mean? Is it my job to tell you where I live? Is it not your job to deliver me? Why are you using that kind of language?
You said
Eh?
what?
Why did you say I told them since how many days? Like what am I running away from? What do you think you can say? Who told you can say that kind of thing? You told them since how many days?
Who told
You
you?
went to deliver. Listen. I don't want to be cross with you, but I'm trying to be very patient and deal with you people nicely. I said, okay, I'm not in town. But when I'm in town, I'll call you. You want to say my address and you go and deliver. Nobody is there. You don't deliver to nobody.
Sorry, sir.
Is it better you just wait? I'm just being honest.
Sorry, sir.
Sorry, will not stop. Wait now.
Sorry, sir.
I don't want to be rude to you.
Sorry,
But I
sir.
don't want you to be rude. Listen now. Don't need to be sorry. I'm not sorry.
No, now
I'm just
I need to
just
tell you
listen
sorry,
now.
sir.
There's no need. If you talk, I talk. That's the conversation. I'm calling you. Do you know whether you want to call me?
No, sir. Sorry, sir.
There's nothing like sorry, sir. Don't say sorry, sir. There's nothing. You're not doing anything wrong. You only
Okay,
use
I thought
the
I've
bad
done
language.
something wrong. Okay, I've not done anything wrong. Okay, sorry,
At all.
sir.
You just use the bad language.
Okay,
There's
sir.
no need to spoil the. I said, okay, I'm not in town. When I'm in town, I'll call you. Right now, I'm calling you.
Okay, sir.
Would you rather go there and nobody is there? And you tell your password back. I said, okay, when I'm around, I'll call you. You send me on the chat. Okay, would you want to read the letter to me now? So I'll just hear.
Okay, are you around? Are you around now, sir?
I'm not. I'll be back today in the evening. Then tomorrow I'll call you and deliver. Is that okay?
It's all right, sir.
So this you're hounding me like I'm running from something.
No.
I didn't do anything wrong.
I know.
Well, you know,
Sorry.
well, this one, and someone who say you told them to say today like I'm some idiot. I don't like this attitude.
You are not an idiot. Sorry, sir.
But no, you don't be solution. I'm trying
Yes,
to be respectful to you. Try and send respect to me.
I'm giving you the respect, and you see that I'm
Don't say
saying
sorry.
things,
That's
sir.
what I'm trying to bring something out. There's nothing for you to say you're sorry. You're not doing anything wrong.
Okay, sir.
Just play your part as a mature person. Respect me and respect you, that's all.
Okay,
I said,
sir.
okay, I'm not around. Like you say, but you first comment say, you're not the person you're calling to. You've been telling them, like I'm running or I'm hiding. It's not
Okay.
nice. Sometimes people just extend respect. Let's be cordial to each other. There's nothing wrong.
It's true.
I don't understand why you should start your dog with
Okay,
tell them
sir.
how many days. Like, you are talking to one.
No
I don't
verse.
understand.
No verse, sir.
But
When you
when
say
I'm-
you are coming today, Abi, if they come back today,
I'll come back tonight, yes. Then
Okay.
tomorrow I'll call you and give you where my continent. You come and give us. That's all.
okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Is that
Sorry.
okay?
I'm very okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Safe journey. You know, they say when snake you will break the
Yes,
pot.
sir.
Snake. And when you, that time snake go know whether you go cut in tail leave in head.
Yes.
Or you go cut both the head and tail and pieces. So na so we dey do am, na so dey do. You see say na master, I don't tell am na him dey educated. I just say all we need now, make we have our chair, make we discuss. Maybe now I will still make more the now important cause now. DNA center will have the whole Lagos now. We do DNA test without even without the child being born. So we had that few days ago. So once I make this possible, then that day Oga I should back this night. When he come back this night, call you.
Yes.
Please prepare the letter ready and give the dispatch. As he just call you, this phone should go home with you, so that if he call you, you go remember, make sure say you pick him call. If you no pick him call, if it's like so